Dear students, in this video we are going to discuss about Ohm's law. Actually, he was a German physicist named George Simon Ohm. He was much obsessed with electrical experiments. So, while doing electric experiments, somehow at some point he realized that when potential difference applied across two ends of a particular conductor, then the amount of current that is passing through this conductor also gets changed with change in its corresponding potential. So if we try to express it diagrammatically, it is like this. Suppose this is a conductor, and what happened? He applied potential difference across these two ends. Okay, let V be the potential difference. And when the value of this potential difference is changed, the current that is passing through this conductor, it also gets changed with change in its value V. So while doing experiments, actually when he observed such kind of phenomena, that is when potential is changed, corresponding current also gets changed, he wanted to establish a relation between these two different quantities. In that purpose, he he used a particular circuit where in order to measure these two different quantities, he used two different electric components. For that purpose, in order to measure electric current, you also should know the name of the instrument or device used to measure electric current. He used an ammeter here, like this. You know how these ammeters are connected in a series? Actually, there are in a circuit. Actually, there are two different types of combinations in an electric circuit. Here, ammeter is a device which is used to measure electric current, and it is often used in series combination, because if it has to measure a certain electric current, whole of the current must pass through this circuit, then only it will give you the value of current that is passing through it. And another device also used across two ends of this conductor to measure the potential difference across these two ends. These two ends, why? Because since this is the positive side and this end is attached with the positive side, so the potential at this point will be high and potential at this point will be low. So potential difference higher and lower, and when this voltmeter used across these two ends, it will give you measure of the potential difference between these two ends. So Simon Ohm used an ammeter and used to measure the electric current, and also used a potential voltmeter across two ends of this conductor to measure the corresponding voltage. And experimentally he found that suppose initially here the certain amount of voltage is applied, and the corresponding voltage reading given by this voltmeter is volt high, 1 volt. Then corresponding current also, ammeter also gives a reading of 1 or suppose 2 ampere. Okay. When this voltage is changed up to a value of 2 volt, then we find that the current in this circuit, in this ammeter, also gets doubled of this, that is 4A. That means when voltage is doubled, value of current also gets doubled. When this the circuit is adjusted in such a way that voltage across this conductor becomes 3 volt, then the corresponding current also becomes 6A. That means we always find that the number of times, if the voltage is adjusted to such a value that which is equals to 3 times of the initial value, then current also gets 3 times multiplied by 3. So in order, it is very clear that whenever voltage is increased, by a certain amount, currents also gets increased. So he wanted to establish a relation between these two quantities. From this following observation, it is very clear that voltage gets increased with increase in current. So mathematically, this is the form which denotes that V directly proportional to I. That means when voltage is increased, corresponding electric current also gets increased. And we know that when two different quantities are directly proportional to each other, we already learned in our school days that when two different quantities are directly proportional, then we can equate them with the help of a proportionality constant. So here we will be using a proportionality constant K, and this is how we can equate this equation. But particular in this case, instead of K, we will use another particular symbol. That particular symbol is R. So instead of Ki, we will be writing, or Ik, instead of Ik, we will express this equation as IR. So V equals to IR. Then what is this R? This is nothing but a proportionality constant. R is also a proportionality constant. Proportionality constant. But it has some significance in electric circuits. That's why it is also given a different name, which is also known as electric resistance, or simply resistance. So this is the ultimate form of Ohm's law, which relates voltage with electric current, and V equals to IR. This is the relation where R is a proportionality constant and is also known as resistance of a conductor. So from this mathematical derivation, he give a statement of this law. So the statement is like this: when an electric current, or this electric current passing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference applied across two ends of the conductor. Certain conditions are there, provided temperature and other physical conditions must be kept unchanged. तो ये जो कंडीशन रहा कि provided that temperature and other physical conditions must be unchanged. Why temperature and temperature must be unchanged? It must be kept same. Because while doing this experiment, suppose at a particular temperature 25 degrees Celsius, we got for a particular conductor, we got these results. Okay. Now after some time, for the same material, suppose temperature of this room is increased up to 30 degrees Celsius. Okay. In that case, what will happen? Due to this increase in temperature, the already existing electrons or positive ions that are present in this conductor will keep vibrating vigorously, and in such a case relaxation time will get decreased. Due to this decrease in relaxation time, ultimately the resistance of this conductor will increase. And actually mathematically we can show this, but later we after covering some topics we will go to that particular point. Okay, so this is the statement of this equation. So in this statement it is mentioned that electric current to a conductor gets changed. So it can also be expressed like this. ये हमको इस तरह से भी लिख सकते हैं जैसे कि I डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू B। तो हम लोगों ने सिर्फ ये जो कांस्टेंट है इस साइड में क्यों लिया है, मतलब हम लोगों ने ऐसे किया कि V डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू I और V इक्वल्स टू IR। अगर हम लोगों ने इस रिलेशन को यूज करके किया होता जैसे कि I डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू V, अगर हम लोग को ऐसा करना पड़ता कि I इक्वल्स टू KB ऐसा भी करना पड़ता तो क्या फर्क पड़ता? तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, कोई भी दिक्कत नहीं, हम ऐसे भी कर सकते हैं। पर क्या होगा, अल्टीमेटली इक्वेशन तो एक ही है, तो मतलब यहाँ पे जो वैल्यू k का होगा यहाँ पे क्या होगा 1 by r का होगा। जैसे कि मान लो ऐसा रिलेशन होगा r और k के बीच में r इक्वल्स टू 1 by k और k इक्वल्स टू 1 by r। दिक्कत क्या है, तो हम लोगों का आइडेंटिटी हमारे पास है, जैसे कि हम लोग सभी ये यूज करते हैं, तो ये करने से भी ठीक है, पर हम लोग यूज तो इसी क्वेश्चन पे करते हैं, तो हम लोग ऐसे ही बोलेंगे v equals to a। so this is the Ohm's, this mathematical form of Ohm's law. Now after finding these mathematical observations, finding these values, you also उन्होंने क्या किया, एक ग्राफ भी प्लॉट किया। जैसे कि मान लो ये x axis, this is our x axis, this is y axis, and we have plotted the values of p along y axis, values of I along x axis. So from these readings, given readings in this table, for 1 ampere current we are getting just a minute, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 9 10, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, as we have got a value then 4 volt 8 ampere. Okay, so for 1 volt there is 2 ampere, then 2 volt 1 volt 2 ampere, 1 volt 2 ampere, then it is 2 volt, for 2 volt it is 4 ampere here. For 3 volt it is 6, most probably here. For 4 it is 8, most probably here. So if we plot different points like this, we will be getting a straight line like this, and this straight line always pass to the origin of this curve, and from this relation just like this, V by R is equals to what? V by R is equals to R. That means a slope at a point from this graph will be giving you slope. You will slope, suppose here it is Vy, here it is Vx. So sorry, not Vx, it is Ix. So Vy by Ix will be giving you the value of resistance across this conductor. So using this graph, we will be able to measure resistance of a conductor just like this. So this is the application part of Ohm's law.